Joining us now is former FBI agent and NewsNation law and justice contributor Jennifer Coffindaffer. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us this morning during this time. NewsNation has confirmed at least 16 people are dead, 50 to 60 injured among a couple different locations in Lewiston, Maine. Based on the facts that we've been given so far and what we know about this person of interest, how was he able to unleash so much terror and carnage in such a short and quick amount of time?
Well, good morning, Markie. Good morning, Adrienne. It's clear to me from the moment that I viewed these videos, these stills, that he was very prepared and very knowledgeable. How he held his gun, the fact that this weapon was outrigged with a scope type device. It looked like there was possible double magazines. He also had magazines in his side pockets. It also appeared that his big, bulky sweater, perhaps underneath, was a flak jacket, or in other words, some sort of body armor. So immediately he appeared to have some sort of either law enforcement or military background. From my view, of course, that's been substantiated. So when you go into a facility when this type of, gun with this type of knowledge, you can precisely target individuals. This probably was not a spray and pray approach, but rather targeted at individual people that he saw.
Which is just even more evil. At this point, does a motive matter? Whether it's a personal argument he had with someone in the establishment, or he had a mental health episode, or if this was a hate crime?
Well, it matters because of this. He is still at large, Adrienne. So what other locations could he possibly target in the future? That's the big concern I have. It looks to me like he was focusing on places where a lot of people would be in a concentrated area. I think that that would be his mindset with his military background and training.
Yeah, we know he was trained at that military facility, which he had threatened to target and shoot up before. At this hour, Jennifer, we know the community is now on lockdown. With schools shut down for the day, businesses are closed, residents are asked to stay inside, get their keys out of their vehicles in the driveway. What further danger does this person of interest pose to other people and establishments in the area, and what precautions should people be taking at this time?
Well, he could be anywhere, and we don't know what vehicle he is in. Is he in a boat? Is he in a vehicle? We listened last night till late in the hours of the police scanners, and then also watched the helicopters and fixed wings. Where were they at? They were certainly along that river area. It's very concerning. To me, the warning I would say is he could be in any car. He could target any location. It's such a scary situation. But he is well trained, Markie, and I think he could stay on the run for a very long time.
We've seen several cases like that this year. You were with us on air for hours, Jennifer, when Danilo Cavalcante was missing for weeks on end, and we're hoping that this is not a similar case. Jennifer Coffindaffer, thanks so much as always.
Clearly. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.